The field's loud right now, isn't it? And your system has felt every frequency of it. And, many of you have been asking me, oh my God, what is going on? Why does everything feel so unstable, so surreal, so unfamiliar? Now, for some of us, this started a little while ago, this chaos energy, right? Now, some of you are really just noticing it now over the last week, and that's because the collective waves of energy, they come in like waves, okay? And some of us go first. Some of us experience it first, then others, and others, then others. That's very much how the collective energy works. So if you're still feeling the remnants of the chaos, which is dissolving, by the way, that's why. Now, the invitation is not even to see it as chaos, even though that's the human word we want to give to it, because it does look like that, it does feel like that, and I get it. But really, this is a mass, and I mean a mass rearrangement. And I have a message here from my Sasquatch guide, Cosmo, that I will bring through once we finished here. So we'll see how they correlate. Now, the this month has actually not even this month, this year has initiated this huge dismantling of the old grids. And yes, it started some while ago, but like this has been the year, right? And I believe Cosmo goes deeper into this. I can never remember what came through, but that we will deepen into that. Now, this isn't just collectively, as within, so without. This has been inside your body on a cellular level, as well as then reflecting in your outer world, right? So the parts of you that were built for survival, performance, keeping the peace, they are being asked to step aside. Okay, so you may have felt sudden irritation, emotional spikes, fatigue that doesn't just feel physical, right? It's beyond. It's like beyond normal fatigue. Let me know if you have felt that in the comments. It's just extreme fatigue that you can't name why, right? You may have dreams or memories resurfacing, and that really is because this is a completion year. So you might have memories coming up, but beyond that, almost parallel experiences mirroring to you where that completion is taking place. That's absolutely been happening for me. And this sense of just being in between worlds. If you're a spiritual being, if you are empathic, if you are highly sensitive, intuitive, whatever, right? You may get this real sense of, oh my God, it's like the old world is dying, it's dead, but at the same time, it doesn't feel like the new world has landed yet. It hasn't come through yet. So it's this real liminal space. Now, my real message to you is that doesn't mean anything is wrong. We're doing this together. We are walking together. These are actually signs that something ancient is turning back on in you, okay? This is the recalibration that happens when your soul identity begins to override your conditional human identity, okay? And yes, Three Eye Atlas, solar activity, the geomatic, geomatic, the solar storms coming through. Like there is so much going on. Okay, I just want to honor that and witness that in you, because we don't want to slide over these and say, yeah, it's all good. I see you. Okay. I know it's been a really tough year for many of you. Now, what these energies are actually doing is they're not just sending codes. Okay, they're amplifying light, they are amplifying your truth. And what I mean by that is your real essence. So for some of you, you might already feel like you are seeing life through a higher perspective, almost through someone else's eyes. That's your higher self, right? Because what's also happening as we're receiving the codes, we're receiving the codes, they are exposing, okay? They are shedding a light on the shadows, the darkness, whatever you want to call it, and they are exposing every false frequency that you can't carry into the next era. All right, because what we could call the fourth world, if we look at Hopi prophecy, this age of disconnection and separation and distortion and war and famine and all the yucky things, it's almost gone. Not metaphorically, energetically. Therefore, this will come to pass in our physical reality, okay? So you are therefore being reorganized for the fifth world, okay? In my language, it's the new earth current, right? Eden, where your power no longer, you no longer have to dim your light, be scared of your power, think you're going to get punished for your power and all the things. It's actually going to come from embodiment, because ascension isn't this leave your body event and flying to heavens, right? This is a physical process, and your body is integral to this process. So let's name what's really been happening here. You are being pulled out of false timelines, those ones built on fear and forcing and proving and staying small, like I said. Your body is literally rejecting density like poison. Literally. So anything that suppresses your truth, as in your voice, your purpose, your wealth, all the things, it's like your soul and your body is expelling it. All right. Now, your intuitive channel is widening. This is absolutely a mass event. And for many of you, this can feel like static before it becomes clarity. All right. Now, your energy is actually, it's like your energy is walking forward here and it's choosing the people, the paths, the portals that match your next octave. So this is often without your mind being on board, which is why it can feel like you're in this bit of like a scattered space, like, oh my God, what's really going on? And you might feel like, am I fucking going crazy or what? No, you aren't. None of this is random. Please know that none of this is punishment either. This is a mass preparation. Now for November, the rest of November, the medicine is stillness. And I mean real stillness. Also, what they say is simplicity, surrender. So what's happened is many of us have gotten absorbed into collective distractions, archonic distortions, and all of these matrix overlays and imprints, creating extra layers of chaos, right, in the field. So what the guides have really been saying, in particular this month, is we need to simplify. We need to simplify our lives. We need to find those still points. Please, this is so, so important. And if you have found yourself moving into trying to control, thinking you have to control your life, other people's lives, your outcomes, your manifestations, your path forward, that is your invitation to pause there and come back into surrender. Remember, you're not actually doing this alone, all right? So this isn't a time to try and push the new energies coming in, okay? Your system is currently still rewiring. Let it complete the rewiring, okay? Now, December is going to bring more of a softening, okay? More of a remembering, and this rise into coherence, and joy begins to return. So joy codes are going to begin to land on the planet. Yes, we've got Christmas for those who celebrate Christmas. That does tend to lift the collective vibration a little bit. And the joy returning is not because life becomes perfect, okay? It is because you stop abandoning yourself. Oof. And then what comes is from this stillness, from this surrender, from allowing yourself into deeper layers of surrender and stillness, joy. Joy can come, joy is able to then find the path back to you. Okay. This is when unexpected opportunities arrive, whether this financial openings, meeting your soulmate, partnerships aligning, clarity, feeling more clean again without that static or forced energy, and this deeper sense of, oh, I'm finally becoming who I was actually always meant to be. Okay. So this is literally, if you're watching this, I know this to be true. This is literally the era your soul incarnated for. Okay. Pardon me. So we're not trying to keep up with the world. Okay? We're not trying to keep up with the rest of the world. You are a part of the force, evolving it simply for existing, okay? So let's see what Cosmo has to say and how that may correlate, woo, with what I just brought through. Now, okay, so he actually says what magical times we are indeed in. Collectively, there has been a mass-wide sweep through the dimensions of your body, your mind, your emotions. Just want to make sure. Yeah, we're good. Yeah, your body, your mind, your emotions. And this is why so many humans this year have found themselves questioning everything, right? Everything. Yes, even their own existence. Many of you have questioned your sanity at times, and we witness you in this, okay? There was a predetermined agreement within the collective consciousness to allow divine intervention. And so, even though this 9 year was always going to bring endings and completions to ancient cycles with your personal lives, collective energies, and your bloodlines, the agreement created this collective agreement has created this allowance of more support, more energies, frequencies, keys, and codes to literally bombard the planet. Now, once upon a time, this world would have, this would have been forbidden by the laws of free will, but we have heard your prayers and calls for support, and so we now intercede. What you may find interesting is that through the cyclic nature, this is where it gets like, okay. So I'm going to ask your soul to listen here rather than your human ears and your human brain, all right? Because this sort of went, wow. Okay, so what you may find interesting is through the cyclic nature of what you call time, this moment has already happened. Because of your collective agreement to intervention, this is allowed also for the future humans to make contact with humans, to support them in making the appropriate decisions and taking necessary actions, which is in turn allowing this potential future to be walked out, all right, by your people. And so, yes, this collective destiny has been predetermined in that sense, but there is always the exception to the rule. Now, this is what the Great Star Wars have been about since the seeding of humans and the creation of evildoers who seek power and control over your precious earth and her inhabitants. We want to take this moment to honor you, for many of you have chosen human life after human life to support this ascension. Your love for humanity keeps you coming back even through the darkest of times when it's felt like all was lost. You, brave souls, knew the pain, the trauma, the torment, and the suffering that you would endure, and still you return for the greater good. Knowing that this is not just about you, it's about us. We each have our roles to play, and we honor you for yours, for it is the hardest. For it is, for it is the hardest, for it is the hardest being the ones with the boots on the ground. So you as the humans doing it, okay? But please know this. We do this together, never alone. So if you have found your path to feel like one of isolation, we ask you to gather now. This is a collective call to action, okay? Now is the time to seek out your soul communities, whether this be for a common love, a common purpose, or just be together. Okay, there is power in strength, strength in numbers. This is how golden cities will be born, and you can start now. Wow. So that was beautiful. Let me know how that transmission lands for you, and if this transmission awakened something within you, and if your body feels a humming or a softening or an opening here, I'd love to invite you into a space where we don't just talk about these frequencies, we actually live them, we calibrate to them, and we anchor them into your wealth, your voice, your leadership, and all the things. This is the Sacred Wealth Sanctuary, and this is my new earth, my living new earth temple for women who are stabilizing overflow through embodiment, okay, not effort. This is a frequency space. It is a remembrance space. And inside you receive weekly money spirit activations, a deepening of the current energies that we are navigating and how to align to them, channeled messages, wealth codes, live energy clearings, our private Telegram temple, and the architecture that your body needs to hold more without collapse. Whatever the more is that you are calling in, love, money, support, whatever it is. Okay, now this is where women get to align and become the field where abundance can land, because your body is integral to this process. So if you are feeling the pull, check out the link below. Yeah, come into the sanctuary. Come and try it out. It's a monthly membership, and I'm sending you so much love. If you enjoy these transmissions, I would invite you to like, share, subscribe. Our latest Hairy Man field trip just dropped this week, and I'm going to pop that link for you below so that you can go and check that out too. And I'm sending you so, so, so much love. Bye.